videos. Actually, you know what's crazy? Let's talk about where's the one? There's one that's really important. It was Charlie Kirk is an American hero.
Can we speed through some of this?
Oh, so we speak. That's rich coming from Scott for real. That's rich.
They don't give a
That
fuck.
is rich.
That's why a lot of the people that hate you and stuff like that.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm cool with the idea of AI, but the current digital environment where people are lobbying money AI companies.
Oh my god, his stream is like so focus.
Back every day because it's
Focus.
It's fun.
I know, but then what's the point? Because maybe I am an ideologue. I always said I don't have an ideology, but he kind of proved the point that now I'm having introspection. This thing has me introspecting. Because now I'm thinking to myself, maybe I am an ideologue because I have a principle, I have a goal that I'm going towards. And talking to him, his only goal was to get clout, basically. Like, I'm going to get clout and power no matter at any cost. I have no ideology.
Yeah, I don't really have a...
See, and this is when we really did start to really misinterpret this guy. Because from his perspective, he does have things that he stands on. It was just that since we thought he was a charlatan, this is how we were going to treat and talk about a charlatan. We were under the impression that everything he was saying or doing was for some type of clout based off of the impression we had got when he was actually talking to us and streaming. So, you know, that's our bad for making assumptions. It really is. But, you know, I mean, what's done is done. Hold on. I'm just happy that, you know, I've got the platform, you know, to just, you know, publicly with this situation. You know, this isn't really who I am per se. It was just, I thought that it was going to be something that it wasn't. That's all.
And buy crabs and they would eat crabs, I would leave. I hate seeing people eating fucking crabs, cracking the shells, sucking the meat out.
Oh, bro.
They look like fucking monkeys when they're eating that shit. When people are eating fucking crabs, they look like fucking chimpanzees. They look like fucking monkeys.
That's a crazy take, dog.
It's one of my pet peeves. So then, I'm watching Cenat, I'm watching Ray, and I'm watching Rakai eat crabs, and I'm thinking to myself, I hate watching people eat crabs. Why the fuck am I torturing myself sitting here and watching these guys eat fucking crabs?
It used to be like that for real. Yeah.
And that I remember I left. I left and I said, we're gonna watch something else, guys. And we went and we reacted to other content that night. And then that weekend was Streamer University, and then I never watched them again. He says, Kai is literally a monkey that jumps up and down. Yo, chat. Yo, Isabel. Glad to see you're still in here. He says, what did James say? I don't know what James said. It got deleted.
Yeah, you don't like seafood.
He says, that sounds like a you problem. That is no, man. That is no watching Kai at 6 a.m. Didn't even say
this is live. My bad, gang.
I don't know how he has that many views. They must be view bots. It was one thing after another, but we gave this guy content for
video on my channel. My biggest video on my channel right now is not a political video. My biggest video.
And this is when he's about to start walking us down, gang.
Video.
No, Super Cent has been in our chat for a few weeks. Super Cent has been in our chat for a few weeks. Yo, Arello, thank you for joining the stream, bro. How are you doing, man?
See, I think right now I might have to go to his stream because of course Scott is having to stop and pause and stuff like that. But I kind of need to try and get, you know, you guys to see what I'm talking about.
You're gonna go live for me? I haven't gone live in so long. You gonna live? Is Streets of Rage 4 a roguelike or just a Streets of Rage game? feel like Street Rage would be perfect as a rogue.
Better call me my name. I'm not over the fool. Oh, your game is your game, but I'm too.
Bruh, I don't know where the video is.
One time, I'ma tell you one time. I don't like to repeat. I don't like to
Oh, this is from yesterday. That is from yesterday.
And I'm schizophrenic too. That's great. I'm no longer black either. I'm just. I can't see a thing in here. What's a sun?
Oh my god, I'm never gonna find
Okay,
this.
Popstar. That'd be nice. That'd be great. That would be fantastic.
I see what he's trying to do here, but you're kind of asking us to be, and I don't know, bro. You don't know
Ain't no
personally.
fucking
The reason I
way.
said that I wasn't buying it is because
Ain't no
conversation he had,
fucking.
in retrospect, was a little.
He
all over the place.
reacted.
But I don't know if he's. I don't know about his condition. But for you to just ask me to blindly believe you, nobody's entitled to the confidence of another person, right? Like, I have every right to be skeptical. Am I wrong, chat? Is that insane? Is that insane, Tank? Is that an insane take?
Chat.
That I have every right to be skeptical?
I'm gonna take away my depression. It'd be so good if I could just get it all away. Wow, it'd be amazing. I'd be over the moon.
I'm a skeptic by nature.
That'd be great. Sadly, I can't. To be quite honest with you, I am. I have schizoaffective disorder. To be very specific, it's schizoaffective. I just say schizophrenia. So we're all just normal. Proud of my transition. Thank you. You love K-pop Demon Hunters? I'm golden. I'm actively golden right now. I'm Jungkook is what I am. That's who I am.
Lord, he's
Twitch chat?
bro.
No. Oh, hold on. You're right. I can't see Twitch chat. Hold on. I can't see Twitch chat. I cannot see Twitch chat right now. I'm sorry.
When you tell me you're a Crip, but you obviously are a guy who likes anime and you don't talk like the traditional Crip that I would associate a person who's affiliated with those gangs with, it makes me skeptical of the narrative, right? It's like if I told you guys I was a Disney princess. Would you not be skeptical of that narrative? He says, I don't know, me personally, it just looks weird when you address it after and not in the moment. How can I address it in the moment, though? I'm getting the information as he's speaking.
Is my Twitch chat down? Activate source.
Okay, wait. Wild.
Is my Twitch chat down right
Reacting
now?
to reacting to you reacting
Yeah.
to a video I'm reacting to is wild.
I gotta sign into Twitch.
That's
It took
crazy.
me a moment to analyze what was happening.
Like that's
We'll see. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was so sorry. I told him you're an entertainer. Should not be taken seriously because you're literally dualized. You can take multiple while seeing contradictory. That is
Yo.
literally what it is. That's actively what it is. Second time real stream. What's up, boy? Pascal. I'm so sorry. How do I make?
Reacting to a video I reacted to as well. I'm trying to figure out what's going on because people keep coming in here and saying that I'm being reacted to. So now I gotta figure out what's happening. I feel like we could just get in the Discord call and talk about everything. I feel like it would just be better to get in the Discord call.
yeah, let's do it.
Talk about everything because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I was playing Plants vs Zombies. I feel like it'd be nice to figure out what's happening.
Yo,
You're gonna see what
Marbs,
one of these-
tell Scott that he trying to get on the call.
I don't know what he said yet. I just want to point this out. I've been having a casual
Let's go.
dialogue. I imagine. I don't know. I haven't really done anything.
Let's get to a Discord call. Great. What? Give me a Discord link. Give me a Discord link of some sort, or just like he has my Discord. It's like I feel like I could just figure this out. Because other people too. That's fair. That's great. I just didn't know what was going on because if I get like more than 10 messages, I would love to figure this out. I get more than 10 messages. I gotta figure it out. I got like 10 messages, so I'd like to figure it out.
Against this guy at all. We have some things that we disagree on.
Is it live?
Content brain. He called me content brain. Guys, if you watch this whole stream, there's a segment of this stream where he makes a video live in front of us and posts it.
Facts. That shit.
Great.
He said he walked you. And he's calling me
Shit.
content brains. Oh my god.
Oh,
He
we
says,
should
so
just
what's your general opinion on
talk.
Ceros? Was he being a jerk? It's hard to tell, Royalty. Look, I'm going back and forth again. It's hard to tell because my first impression was that he was exaggerating his claims and he was kind of contradictory. And I didn't believe everything he said.
He
Look,
wants to.
honestly,
You want
people keep saying that
Let me invite him.
beefing with
You're in my
Ceros and I'm
Discord,
starting drama with
Ceros. Let me
Ceros.
just
But
add
in
you to
reality,
my
I'm not
Discord
starting drama
tonight
with Ceros
if
because
you want.
all I said was
See.
that
Open
I
call.
didn't
I'm gonna
agree
drop
with
the
him
link
on
in the
certain points
chat.
and that I didn't believe his whole story. That's not beefing.
Or actually, I'll
That's
just
not
send
beefing.
I'll
That's
send
just
you
me
the
saying
link
I didn't believe his
directly.
story. Am I not? Oh, yo, he's there. He says we can talk.
This shit
Let me
crazy,
invite
bro.
you. You're in my Discord, Ceros. Let me just add you to my Discord tonight.
Why am I such a fucking unk, bro? I can never figure out how to get this to work.
Man, hey, yo.
There you go. let me grab Ceros. Let me send them the link to this chat.
Hold on, let me start my OBS virtual cam. That's crazy. Marbs, yo, this is crazy. This is live, bro. This is fucking live right here. We were reacting to Scott video live. Then we switched over to Cero, so because we had to try and lock in to hear what he was saying. As soon as we locked in to try and hear what he was saying, he's reacting to Scott. So we're reacting to Scott, react to him. He's reacting to Scott. Bro, the levels of inception is wild.
I sent you a DM on Discord with the link to my Discord and the call. Let's see if he joins. Everybody's trying to make me beef with Sierros. I'm not beefing with Sierros. Okay, I might be beefing a little bit, but I'm not really beefing. He sent another link. Okay, let me see.
Man, I should have just sent the link. I forgot that I'm on the air with Scott. I forgot I was on the air.
Where's the fucking? Why am I so bad at this?
Bro, I was about to crash out. Scott, you ain't add him as a friend? You ain't add him as a friend?
Oh. Yeah, I did. There, I invited him the other way, I think. I sent you the invite again.
Man.
Oh, just when I send the invite, it just sends it as a message. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Did he join? Just send it once more. I can see this. He says I was in 100 servers. Okay. Oh yeah. I'm so bad at this. Here, I sent it again. I sent you. It's in the DM. I sent you it in a DM. Because there's no way to call him directly in, right? Or is
there is a way to call him directly in. Are you friends with him?
Yeah.
Then go to y'all's DMs. DMs, and then on top of right under your name or his name, there should be something that says ring to XXX chat. Oh, but I think he actually has to be in your Discord. Okay, so what you're gonna want to send him? You're gonna want to send him the invite to your Discord first.
I send him the invite to my Discord in a message.
Okay.
Let me just.
Let's see. Open call. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. First of all, it's always the same story with the streamer drama, man. The chatters love. He said it expired. Shit, how did it expire? Let me send it again.
Man, disable.
Let's see. And I honestly, the other thing is I kind of suck at. I think he joined. Is that him?
No, that's Gray. That's Gray.
Oh, that's Gray. Okay, that's Gray. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Ay, bro. You have to create the link. Okay.
Man, come on. Let me just.
Oh, I have to create a new link. He said. Okay.
Man, hey, join that, man. Crazy, bro.
Let's see, more options, invite friends, edit link, I guess. Edit link. Let me grab zeros. Never, no limit, generate new link, boom. Okay, now I'll send it this one. This one should probably work.
Can't he just call you? No, we can't just call him, W.
Yeah, he can't just call because if he calls, then you guys won't be able to join.
Outstanding.
Oh shit! Why is this nigga Mike so present, bro?
I just want.
Oh shit! The super villain is here, guys! Run!
The whole day, I have received people from my place just talking about this whole situation. It's been funny. I've been confused because I didn't know there was a situation in the first place.
So, really Zeros, your TV's not, your camera's not on. Do you guys pop your cameras on? There you go.
My camera should be on.
Okay, so
No, yours is on contents. Gray's is not on. But look, first of all, I'm gonna be the big man here and say I apologize if I said anything too crazy, but I felt like I didn't say anything that was really a diss. All I said was I didn't believe his story. Am I not entitled to not believe the story?
Nah, I suppose you're fine for the most part. That's not really the main crux of it. I didn't care. People were just telling me that you were like talking crazy shit. And I was like, what? I didn't know what was happening. I was like, I thought we had a great conversation because I didn't know you had viewed it as content. That wasn't my intention to view it as content. And you guys were like psychoanalyzing me as I'm some creature. I'm just a Detroit nigga, I think, and I didn't realize that people were deeply psychoanalyzed. I was like, oh, okay, I thought we were friends because I thought we spoke as friends. That was my thought process. I was telling you about life. You asked questions about content. I was like, cool, we're friends. That's my thought process.
I'll say that for me, I feel like anything that happens on stream is content. So like right off the bat, I'm like, okay, like this is content because we're doing it on stream, right? Like,
that's fair. But you had specifically said about me that I was clip farming you.
Because you said no, you know what? I said that because in the conversation you said, "Don't take anything I say serious. Everything I'm doing here is for the shock, basically for the shock value and to create the clip." So you didn't specify that was in a specific scenario. You kind of said it general, so I took it as a general statement that like everything he says is clip.
No,
that's how I interpreted it.
I don't use other people as content, unless.
But you never told me that.
Sorry, what I do is I use Twitch metrics creator to get a point across and make a fake I show people the method all the time. It's much easier, especially if I want to get a point across. I'll make a short out of it. It's really easy to do that. That's what I meant. I thought I made that. That must be on me. I was scatterbrained. I apologize. No,
I
no
don't know
universe
what to say to this shit.
I wasn't trying to
I don't
make
have
a
no
viral moment out of it at all.
That's not gas in the chamber no more for this. Like,
so that's where that whole statement came in. So when your viewers came into my chat in the morning, and they're like, Scott, why are you dissing Cieros? You say you don't believe anything he says. I'm like, I don't believe anything he says because he told me not to believe what he says. He said,
I think
don't believe me.
I had a fundamental. I think in the terms of politics because of the different topics. Also, my name is Saros, by the way. It's not a fake birth certificate, by the way. I want to point that out.
Oh yeah,
you can't
I'm
really
just
get
enjoying
a fake,
the show, cuz. I'm just enjoying the show, cuz.
To further illustrate my point, this is my birth. This is my driver's license, which has my name. You can just have it's my name. It's an Ohio's driver license by virtue of I get less insurance in Ohio. I live in Michigan. I live in Detroit, but you get less insurance because Ohio is an hour away.
Hold on, Saros. I don't mean to interrupt.
Yes, sir.
But how long ago was the car accident that you didn't have insurance?
The car accident that didn't have insurance was, I think, a year or two ago. 1 or 2. I think either this year or last year.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my homework because obviously.
Yeah. I did have a car. I've had 2 car accidents in the past 2 years, and I have incredible nerve damage from it. I have it now. Thank God, because I had to go fund me where I got a car and I got insurance. But I have insurance now, so I'm curious there.
You got into another car accident, correct?
Yeah, I got in 2 car accidents. I got 2 hit and runs. They fucked me up bad. It was bad.
So I do have a question about the birth certificate.
Yo, I don't know who this is with these fat ass questions, cuz.
I had a question about the birth certificate. On the birth certificate, and now I feel like we're interrogating this nigga. We're gonna put him in the hot chair. We got the fucking the waterboarding ready. We're about to put the fucking bamboo under his nails and shit. Okay. On your birth certificate, it says birthplace Louisiana. Where does it say Louisiana? I couldn't see it.
Oh, that's my dad's. My dad's Louisiana, and my mother's birthplace says Ohio, and my birthplace says Ohio. Because you can get your birth evident on file changed. At the bottom, there's a note that says birth correction evident on file. Because I need it to be Americanized as a citizen. You can see the note that it says there. That is a note specifically so I can have my birthplace registered as Ohio. Because I have a second birth certificate that is specifically in Arabic for Egypt. That's why I have 2 birth certificates that say my name because I needed to be an American citizen. That's what happens when you get 2 citizenships.
Man, listen.
So,
Wait,
go ahead.
fuck all this bullshit. Nick, I believe your birth certificate is real. I believed your birth certificate was real the first time.
No. We need to see the long form. No.
What the fuck?
We need to see the long form birth certificate. I'm a birther now, nigga.
Oh my
I want to see the long form birth
I feel like
certificate.
Barack Obama. This is,
The fuck?
like, is he really from Hawaii? This is
Actually,
there's that.
I was born in Hawaii, which is crazy. Anyway,
Damn, Obama.
neither here nor there.
So,
Alright, so what
earlier-
what's going on?
Earlier, Gray said, I don't know if you want to discuss it. I don't know what angle this conversation is in. Now I sound like the content. He said I was content brain, but I really do think I have content brain because I'm like, what's the angle of the conversation?
You are deeply content brain. You literally said yesterday, I'm going to end my stream on a high note because people remember the last 5 minutes. And immediately afterwards, you ended up clipping as exposing Cero's TV. Even in your stream title right now, you have like Tectone and Asmongold. You're content brain more than me, but you don't do thumbnails. So like you're just doing it for like nothing.
Okay. I want to correct something. You said I don't do thumbnails.
Yeah.
Sorry,
if you-
TG, bro.
okay.
We in
If
like
you
a
go
little
into my
beef right
content,
now.
there's like different playlists, right?
Well, not a beef.
Okay.
A
There's a playlist that
misunderstanding.
has
And I just been
main
I've
quest
been
and
out of the
side
loop,
quest, and
bro.
all
I'm
of those
sorry,
do
I
have
haven't been here,
thumbnails.
bro.
And
No
Jen started
excuse.
streaming. I've only been streaming for like 9 months. So when I started streaming, for the streams and for the clips from the streams, I don't do thumbnails because I was thinking about removing all of those videos and moving them to a different. I have another channel. I was thinking of moving all those videos off of this channel so I can go back to the original content that was here that was all vlogs, because the
Okay.
vlogs were like a different content demographic or whatever.
What's the point of making the clip without the thumbnail? Because no one's gonna click on it.
Okay. So this I got from Hex Speaks, who, by the way, I need to get Hex Speaks on a Discord call too.
Hex Speaks, was it for a clip channel specifically where you don't put thumbnails on it?
He said that he doesn't put thumbnails on any of his videos.
How big is Hex Speaks?
He's 100,000 subscribers.
So he's significantly bigger than you. So he probably
Yeah.
has the luxury of doing that because they know him.
I mean, that's a good point.
No one
That's a
knows
good
you.
point. That's a good point. But anyways, I was gonna say something. Forget this topic.
Sorry,
Gray
I apologize.
earlier said something about the Crips
Okay.
angle of this. I want to see
Yeah.
can expand on that, Gray. I'm gonna give you the floor because you were pretty adamant about it.
So
Go nuts.
it's just so you got jumped off at 12. and
No,
you
I got jumped in.
out-
Jumped
Yeah,
in.
well, jumped off the porch. No, that's. And then you got jumped out at 22, right? Or 20?
The 22.
22. Okay. So, what hood were you from?
Merc
kind of
Squad,
crib?
Southside Van Buren, Merc Squad. I sold man, I don't know if I can talk about this on stream.
No,
The F word.
Yeah. Okay. No worries.
So the F word. I was primarily
Bro,
just selling
I'm not
stuff.
finna sit here and listen to nobody
Pool
get
ball
G-checked
makes
by
sense. That
Gray.
sold primarily
This
that.
is ridiculous.
I took copper from houses.
So, all
was-
right. Here's
go
my
ahead.
point.
Yeah.
Because this was a good point. When you said that, and I'm sure you can agree with me here, that Crips do not talk about gay people in the real world. In prison, I'm not talking about there. Okay? Because that's totally different.
Yeah.
And I will agree with you on that. But in the real world, they do not claim gay members. And
No,
that's just-
no. They're all DL. Like they're all DL. Like they all
Yeah,
fuck-
exactly, so-
yeah, they're all DL. I wasn't like open about a lot of stuff that I did while I was at Crip, to be quite honest with you. That came a bit later. But everybody was really DL, like really DL. It was horrible. That's just
So is that how you got jumped out?
No.
Man, ain't no
This is gonna
way,
sound goofy.
boy. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way,
Oh no, that's not
boy.
how I got
Ain't
jumped out. It
no
wasn't
way
because
this
of my
nigga asking all
sexuality
this shit,
specifically.
bro.
No, it was another situation.
What in the fuck?
Just
But they don't mess with gay people at all. Most niggas, you know this, most niggas hate gay people. 80%, 167% of niggas hate gay people. That's not even a debate. I'm not questioning that. Like, ask any black guy that plays 2K religiously, they'll be like, gay
I
niggas
ain't
can
finna
die.
tell
Like,
him
ask any-
shit. Keep this
No,
ball rolling.
that's a real state. That's just not, they don't fuck with them because they're fruity
it's
and
just
weird.
because you were
That's
so open about it, like the way you are now. So
Mhm.
I figured that you'd be so open about it back then that you were bisexual, and it was just like, so if you're so open about it and you claim your crip, and you're selling drugs because you got to get them from your crip friends or whatever you're doing at that, then they would immediately discipline you, right? You get DP'd. So
it would depend on, because we had a vice lord, right? LT was a vice lord, and LT was a secret DL, and I kind of knew that. It was like a whole thing. Because he came out of prison and he like really loved smacking butt. It was like a whole thing because prison messed him up like really bad because he got smacked and then he started smacking butt and he realized the power he had because he could have authority over people. It was like a whole thing. It was like really bad, and it was a lot going on, and that's just hood nonsense. That's just niggas.
sorry. I gotta laugh.
No, that's just niggas.
Bro.
Like, that's just
No,
that's
not
just
on
niggas.
that in the chat, the fucking chat, dude. Oh my god, royalty, dude, chill, nigga. He says DP. Do you mean double penetrate?
no, it's disciplined. It's just-
I know what it means, Gray. I'm just these guys are fucking like
That's funny.
Yeah, but
You would
but
get double
for-
penetrated.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, me and Sarah's know what the fuck we're talking about it because, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I just
it was
thought
rough.
that
But yeah,
But I was maiming people. I was cursed on people. I was doing horrible, evil stuff. Like I was messing people's lives up. That was my life for a long time because that was all I had. Because this is how it went. 4 years old. My first girlfriend, Hannah Jennerick, she died of cancer. She died of leukemia. She died, and I was going to a Catholic school. And then my mom and dad got divorced because I set up a fake Kik account and said my dad was talking to children because I needed them to get divorced because they were messing up my life. My dad was destroying my mom, and it was bad. And after that, I just was roaming the streets doing ignorant stuff because my mom was mentally broken from the divorce. So I was out just doing ignorant, wild, savage, horrible things. Then at 16, I got diagnosed with blood cancer, leukemia, and that went to my lungs and it messed me up. I was 95 pounds. I was bald, and I was horrible. That's why I grow my hair out so much, and I look like a fluff ball, as I've been called by people. That's why I have so much hair now, because I love my hair, because it's all I have now. Because it's important to me, because I was on chemo and I didn't have any. So after that, life just went kind of sporadic and crazy. That's just been my life. It's always been wild and wacky. I know it sounds horrifically unbelievable, but if I could resurrect my ex-wife or have the grandchildren that I had talk to me, I would talk to them and get them on there, is what I'd do.
I have one more question. Well, not a question, but like a statement that goes into a question. So when you said that you are not a good person, but you are kind.
Yeah.
I like to dissect every little sentence. So you said I'm kind, but I'm not a good person. And obviously with the actions that you said that is that why you feel like you have to be kind? But why don't you think you can be why don't you think you should be good? You know what I mean? Because being
good
kind, I can be kind at work, but as soon as I walk out of that door, it's fuck you. I literally fucking hate you, and that's it.
Well, that's not kind. That's nice.
Man,
Just being nice.
What the fuck we talking about?
Nice.
What the fuck is we talking about?
Being kind is.
The fuck is you talking
Not
about,
the same
Ray?
thing.
What the fuck is you talking about? Man,
If I'm nice to a fat person, I say, "Oh, you're not big. You're big boned." If I'm kind, I say, "Let's go to the gym. Let's go to the gym. Let's work out." Because I don't want you to ruin your life. Nice person wouldn't do that. They would just say, "Oh, I'm gonna give you a platitude." Being good is subjective. Because to Nazi Germany, Hitler was good. Obviously.
It is not my
to
call.
Republicans,
It is not
Trump
my call.
is good. But to some people, Trump is bad. I am not good to a lot of people. I am good to a lot of people. I myself, to me, am only kind. I am not objectively good. There is no objective goodness. I am subjectively good and subjectively bad, but I am always, no matter what, kind, because that is not subjective. There is no subjectivity to kindness, and that is what I am.
Would you say that kindness and being nice are pretty similar? Because I'm
No, they're different to me. I think
okay,
nice
okay.
is holding
fine.
open
We
the
have different
door.
perspectives. That's
Yeah, we have different perspective. That's just how I feel. And there's no word in English to really quantify the difference as I feel, as that I can think of. I think it's just kind is when, let's say, somebody needs $100, and I say, here goes $100.
All right, Marv. See you
Nice
soon,
would
bro.
be,
I know you
I'll
probably
give you
gonna
the
catch the
100, but you gotta
vibe,
give me
bro. We
something
gonna
back.
see this play out.
Kind is,
Okay.
don't worry about this. You can have the 100. You never pay me back. That's the difference. I am now
No,
kind.
I understand your perspective.
Yeah.
Just wanted to get a couple bases out.
I don't know. I don't
Some of
know.
the things that you do say are outlandish. I think everybody can agree. Even you can agree.
I think the issue
no
is
hate,
that you think I
know?
don't mean it.
Well,
No.
I mean,
There's some things, yeah, I do. Like, without a doubt, I don't think I could believe, because it's just the amount of time that you lived doesn't correlate to the amount of things you've done. And
How
I'm
so?
not
but
saying
not only just that for me. And from my perspective, what bothers me is that maybe consciously you believe it, but if I say I'm against Nazis, right, and I make a
Okay.
whole bunch of videos about being against Nazis, but then you go outside and you catch me at the corner mark with Nazi regalia on and a Nazi flag in my back pocket, like, it doesn't matter what I said. Like, I'm not following through with what I said. Like, I'm doing the exact opposite. So, like, when you
That's fair. It's kind of like, if I could do an example here, it's kind of like you saying you want to be authentic and then manipulating your audience,
yeah.
like you did, right?
damn, Scott.
But how did I manipulate my audience?
Because you said you wanted to end on a high note. You specifically took these things out of context. Is that like that, right?
But that's not manipulating them, to be honest, because
It is, and it's okay to admit you're
But I'm
manipulating your audience. Just admit to it. Stop being a coward. Don't be a coward now.
No,
Admit
I'm not
that
being a
it's okay.
coward, Cieros. Look,
I admit I manipulate my audience. You do it too. It's okay to admit.
but is it manipulating my audience? Ending on a high note is not manipulating my audience. It's being strategic
is.
with
That's
how.
manipulation. It's okay to you're trying to get trophies on some moral high ground, and that's an issue. Because I tell people they fucking suck. I tell my audience they're garbage, and you're like, I love
do
my
that too,
viewers.
though.
They're amazing.
No.
you don't. No, you said you love your-
No. I love them when they do right, and I don't love them when they do wrong. I've said this. Gray is my witness that when people do something wrong, I call them out on it. When they don't, I do. But I'm not gonna fucking bring them down to being objects. They're not objects. They're humans. They're
The
people.
reason, my issue here is that you're not authentic with your level of hate. You're not. It's the level because you're wishy-washy. You're more wishy-washy than me, and that's a crazy statement. Because I'm schizophrenic.
No.
I'm schizophrenic, and you are somehow more wishy-washy than me. How is that possible?
What have I said that came off as wishy-washy?
In the after stream, because I've watched it now.
Go ahead.
Now. You ended the stream with me like, yeah, we're great. We're gonna do this. We're so fine. And then you were like, fuck that guy. Immediate, because you got peer pressured by other people. Because you don't
It's
have
not that I-
integrity.
It's not that I got peer pressured by anyone. It's that sometimes you don't have a clear perspective of everything, and other people add to your perspective, and then it clarifies. When I ended the call, I had a foggy vision of what occurred. Like, I was still putting all the pieces together. When I got in the call with these other guys, they started assisting me to gather the pieces and rationalize what had just happened. And when I talk to somebody and they tell me I'm a schizo and everything I say, take it at a grain of salt, you can't get mad if I turn around and say, you know what, I'm going to take what he said at a grain of salt, because you told me to take it as a grain of salt. Like, you didn't tell me to fucking take it as a Bible.
My issue isn't you having a contradictory nature with me. That's not it. My issue is the way you operate is somehow contradictory to your integrity. How is that? You need to don't do that. For instance, me, despite the fact that I am insane, I'm consistently insane. Consistently. If you ask anyone in my audience, they're like, yeah, we know Saros is a piece of shit. We know at 16 he mentally abused his girlfriend. I didn't hide that. That's a statement. That's a video on my channel with 12,000 views. People know that. I made that. I made that 7 months ago.
Arthur, I'm
People
locked
know
in,
that.
but what's
you can
good,
find
bro?
that on my channel. You, however, for some odd, inexplicable reason, think you have like this insane high ground because you think you know your audience or like are authentic with them. You're not authentic with your audience.
I am authentic with my audience. Chat, guys, I am the most authentic streamer on this platform.
Why does that matter to you?
No cap.
First of all, you're not. But why does that
No
matter to you? You're not. But you're not authentic.
Because you're getting on me because I chose to end my stream when I'm still in a good mood, so that people remember that we had a good stream and we ended in a good mood. So the next day we can continue in that same vibe. That's not manipulating. That's looking at the environment and saying, you know what? I want to live in an environment that's not on fire.
But he's not.
Let
Scott. He's not only saying that. He's saying that. Okay, when you were talking to him, and I will say, like, for a person that didn't get a message, like, only got the message of, hey, let's talk. For him, he literally saw, okay, let's talk, and he was like, okay, 2 content creators, maybe we can be friends. And the way that you were going off was friendly, but right before the stream, you were talking about how you're gonna go in, debate this guy, ready to go, and then it was completely even, and it sounded like y'all were being friends because the shit that he was opening up about is probably not shit that he would open up about, maybe.
But I don't know him, Gray. I don't know Zero, so
you're not. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead. No, keep making the point.
As soon as you go, Saros, bye, you switch over, right? And you're like Sarah said, you got all this information and you realize, oh fuck, my view about him changed. And Saros was just like, oh, I thought we were friends. Because if he was in here with the call with all of us, then he could have been at least been a part of the conversation of talking and maybe figuring out some of the things that we did have questions about, and I think that's where he says, okay, the manipulation started there, as soon as you turned off the camera to him.
Well, let's be real. We weren't gonna talk shit about him to his face.
No.
You're
Actually, no,
you're more than welcome to.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. Normally, under normal circumstances, if I had enough information about him, I would. Because what are we doing right now? I'm defending my point right now to his face. Like, it's not like I'm doing it in the shadows. But the first day I meet you, the first hour I talk with you, I know nothing about him. Like, I'm not one of these people who comes to a judgment quickly in the instant while I'm talking to you. I have to listen to what he said. I have to think about it. Last night when I ended stream, even after I got with you guys, I was sitting in my house. And this is like a sneak glaze. I hate to say it, but I spent a long time thinking about the fucking conversation, shamefully, and analyzing it. So it's not like I'm gonna come to a conclusion right there and then while I'm talking to him, because I was listening. Like, I'm not the kind of person who's gonna come out and start just talking at a person. I listen first so I can make deductions based off of what I heard. Like, I'm not gonna be one of these. I'm a listener. I'm listening first so I can make a conclusion. And when the stream ended and I talked to you guys gave me additional information. You guys gave me your perspectives. I mixed your perspectives into what I already was computing. I ended stream. I spent some time thinking about it after that, got more information, and then I came to a conclusion on what I thought. And honestly, I said I have nothing against Zeros, but for you to think that I'm going to go and believe somebody's whole story, whether it be true or not, when I don't know you, is ridiculous. I don't know the person.
That's real. I mean, like, because for instance, I could say a statement such as, my granddad fucks a lot of femboys, right? And that just sounds insane. No, it sounds insane, right? But I could show you my granddad, and I could show you his harem. And that's verifiable proof. I could show you my dad's sex toy collection and his guns. I could do that. I could have proof. I could do that. And if you just like followed up and been like, hey man, I think that birth certificate looks kind of shady. Send a photo or something. Sure, I can see the certificate of Ohio. Fine by me. That's fine by me. It doesn't matter to me. it's like because you guys were like analyzing the lore of what I was when I was horrifically honest. And it's strange, I imagine, to see someone immediately honest that way. But see, you gotta understand, I don't care because it's important that I give all of myself to everyone all the time because that is my content creation. That is what it means for me to make content. I'm not going to switch on my integrities of what I am. I'm not saying things to get a viral shock reaction. I'm saying things because I believe them at that moment.
Okay, but you said your integrity. So, but what we got out of what you were saying to Scott, out of your integrity, that you have none, right? Because the majority of it, it's hear me out. Hear me out. If I were to tell, I'm not talking about you. If I were to just go up to a random person and said, okay, by the age of 16, I did this. 12 to 20, I was a Crip. I went to jail, beat a case, beat cancer, married a 90-year-old woman, got 300 grand, blew it in 3 months. You know, you would begin to be like, okay, how much of this is true? Like to any person, you know? And I'm not saying that it didn't happen, you know? I don't personally believe it happened, you know?
That's fair. No, that's fair
But
because
you see what I'm saying? Like
I failed a big part of me.
combo.
A big part of what I'm not grabbing a lot of my head is that my normal is nowhere near you guys' normal. Would you go outside and talk to a homeless person and hang out with him at Coney Island? Would you do that?
No.
Like just
The thing is, you don't know.
I
me.
may if I'm bored.
yeah, I'm just curious.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Would
I
you?
wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I've hanged out with bums in Atlanta.
Right, see, good, see, because you know the homeless niggas got secrets. Like you did, like we, like I just gotta figure it out. So that's my life. That's like a regular day, and because of that, I discover a lot of nonsense, like me sneaking over to Canada and stuff like that. That's just regular nonsense to me. So in Detroit, specifically on the west side and on the east side, that's everybody. That's like everybody.
Yeah.
So
I know what's going on there.
yeah, but you gotta understand, this is very important. Up until I started making getting big on the internet, I was an ignorant nigga. Like I was like, I didn't like any of the LGBTQ. I didn't know none about that. I didn't really care about any of that. I didn't. I was just an ignorant nigga. Then I started going online and learning stuff, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I just was learning. I didn't know about it because I was just an ignorant nigga. That's just what I was.
I just want to say, at least for me, I don't really know what it was. I guess I misunderstood something. I don't really know what you said that could have triggered me to think that what you were saying was disingenuous. I was
cult leader, dude. He said he was a cult leader.
Wait, I was getting to it. There was certain things that you said that, or at least because I'm confused as to what when I sat there because I watched your whole reaction all the way through.
Yeah,
it was good.
And after I watched it, I realized I am a tad bit confused as to what I actually heard and what was actually said that was a fact. So I don't really know what was factually said in the conversation, which was concerning to me.
When I was talking to Scott and I brought up the cult leader thing, let's jot this down. I think that the actions that I partake in and the insanity that I bring when I speak to people is cult-like because people love me regardless of whatever I say. If I say my audience is a complete piece of shit and I don't respect them, they will follow me to hell and high water. That feels cult-like to me. I have been deemed a cult leader by my audience. That's how they feel about me. I have cult leader-like tendencies, but there's no transactional thing going on. There's nothing of that variety. That's not happening. That's not happening. I myself think I'm very cult-like. Go ahead.
But do you see how it could be misconstrued even though I was talking to you in a call, we're still kind of like viewers because we're listening to what you're saying. And when you say I'm a cult leader and it's just period stop, You're not clarifying what you mean by that. So if
100%.
I'm walking down the street and a guy comes out of a fucking building and he says, "Yo, Scott, come into the building. I'm gonna show you the secrets of the market." Blah 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 blah. And he says, "I'm a cult leader." By default, at least me, my red flag is going up, and I'm gonna be like, everything this guy says, I'm taking it at a grain of salt because he just said he's a cult leader. Like in my mind, when I hear the word cult leader, I automatically disregard what the person says. Like I'm not, because like, why would I? Why would I trust a cult leader? Like it'd be foolish of me.
Your hesitation is becoming a full stop, and that is a horrifying reality to live in, and that's scary. For instance, and this is just a slight critique, and it's not a slight, but it's just very important. You got to stop putting Asmongold stuff in your titles. I'm not gonna lie. You got to stop doing. You got to stop. I'm just gonna keep. Also use 3 tags. I'm so sorry. I want to help your content so bad because you had the same pitfalls that I had when I first started doing this shit, and it's really depressing to witness. I beg of you to stop doing that. It's really sad.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Because I want you to be out. You have an important voice in this space. You are moderate, and it's nice to hear, and you're very intellectual. But you are so easily bullied and peer pressured by differing things. When you feel like you're losing, it is depressing. When you feel like there's pressure on your neck, you fold like an omelet. It is so sad. I don't want that for you. You have to be more 10 toes down. Like,
but how so? Clarify what you mean, because
Why are you asking me for clarification? You're a man. Now I'm.
Come on, dude. Let's be serious here. No, clarification, please. What do you mean?
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give you clarification. You've been holding it 10 toes tonight. I think he would want that same energy that you gave tonight during that original call.
But I don't know him, Gray.
I understand, but you still don't know him. It's day 2. How can you say you know him?
But look, when I first, maybe I'm different from some of you guys. Maybe I'm the unique snowflake here. But when I meet a person, I don't have any type of judgment about them at all. Like, look, and also he caught me off guard because watching his videos, it gives me a very different impression of who he is versus when you actually talk to him.
Nah,
and
my
case in
videos
point,
are pretty 1-to-1.
No. Case in point, today we watched you, both content, a few of us watched you. I saw you make a video live on your stream. And I saw that you were talking with like one cadence while you were in the chat. But then when you turned on the camera, your cadence changed and your intonation changed.
Let me explain. I'm standing. If I stand, I will talk different. That's the only. I know it sounds psychotic and stupid.
That's why I'm laughing.
But if I stand, everything improves because I'm performing. And that's my neutral state. When I'm walking around, when I'm sitting, I'm calm because my back doesn't hurt. I have nerve damage. If I'm standing, I am in pain, so I am moving more excitedly. If that makes sense. I'm so sorry if that seems differing or jarring to you, but that's genuinely the reaction. If I stood right now, my whole everything would change. You see me doing this and all this shit because I'm in pain. I just it's hard to explain that. I don't know a better way to explain it besides standing versus sitting talk. I don't know.
So what from the car accident? Hold on.
So what essentially happened to me? What essentially happened to me in that call is I watched a few of your videos. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie and say I watched all your videos. I watched like 6 of your videos.
It's a lot.
I watched 6 of your videos. I've watched 6 of your videos, and I had an idea of how you would like. I had an idea of how you were in my mind based off of those videos. But then when I got on the call, it was different. So obviously, I'm gonna sit back and listen to hear like, who is this guy? What's he about? I didn't have a clear picture of who you were at the time. So I'm not gonna fight with some person I just met. That's not civil. Maybe
I would have done that if you would have accurately said I am only here to debate. We could have had a debate, and I would have probably walked circles around you because
we weren't trying to debate either. Like this is not. It wasn't a debate. It was.
I know it was a conversation because you said it was a casual conversation. I was like, cool, sweet, we could just.
And honestly, in the conversation in the aftermath, I don't think I've said anything critical. I've only said that I didn't believe the story. Like, am I not entitled to not believe the story?
Fuck me specifically. Immediately after the egging on of content here, you said fuck me. You immediately got roped into the flow of someone else. Because you get roped into the flow of other people too easily. That's not good for a content creator, man. You gotta have your own energy. You're like a perfect, like, accentuator. You're like DLC. You got to be a full
No,
game.
Oh my god,
I will
homie's calling me
say-
the
I will-
side
Hold on, hear me out. That is Scott energy. Like he usually
Scott
is like
energy.
that. Yeah, no, he usually is like that. Like just upbeat, and he was having a chill conversation, and I don't think he wanted to blow the conversation, and that's what he said. You know, because when I said, and I, you got to remember, text is totally different from me actually saying something. So when I said, "Hey, just hop in the call from Discord," that's all I meant. And you could see.
Oh yeah,
No,
100%. I misinterpreted that because I don't know if you know this, and I have 4 chats up. So I was getting agitated by some psychopath in TikTok. So I took that anger out on you, and I apologize for that. But I want to apologize for that. I did indeed. I was like,
Hey,
fuck. Because
I'm about to put on my sunglasses too out this beach.
Nigga. Like, it's at my
You feel
core.
me?
It's hard to shake that. And I was just so angry at the TikTok people. They're pissing me
I'm
off.
putting on my shades too. Fuck this shit.
Hey, yeah.
He ain't the only one that's finna be looking fly in this hole. What the
bad.
fuck? What the fuck?
I didn't realize greatness was in the building. My bad.
Oh shit!
my
My
thing
shit
is,
fucked up.
my thing is, I think that I feel like you guys might be interpreting a person who's cautious with what they say and their attack vectors as somebody who's fearful or cowardice. But I'm really not. I'm just trying to hear everybody out. I'm trying to be reasonable. And I know now you're going to say that I'm manipulating my audience, trying to act like I'm the most reasonable nigga on this platform. But maybe I might be. I might be.
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say you have no backbone.
But I do have a backbone when it matters. But if I'm getting to know somebody's opinions, then I'm not gonna open my mouth and interrupt them and like change the energy of the conversation because I'm trying to see what they're about.
That's
And maybe that's sneaky. You could say it's sneaky. It might be sneaky. I'm not gonna lie, but that's how I am.
You're like a chameleon, and that's fair. It's like you could be a chameleon and stuff. Now I know that you're like a chameleon. It's just fine. You just gotta, because you're like calling me for being like inauthentic. That's the part that gets me, like inauthentic. I have no reason to lie to these worthless mongrels on the internet. They mean nothing to me. I didn't even know I was gonna get big from me speaking. I had no clue. I made a video today that got like 700 views. I don't give a fuck about that. I just post whatever I feel like. I had no clue any of this stuff was gonna happen. No idea. And you're saying I'm doing this for like views or clips or all this is accidental. All of it. None of this is for clips or views or none of this is all accident. This is what it means to be so charismatic that people gravitate towards you because you're so yourself that everybody wants to be around you. That's what it is. Don't copy, innovate. That's what you're not doing. You are copying.
But don't you think that a person who is doing those things would tell you that exact same thing? Like, don't you think the cult leader is going to tell you, no, don't, just trust me, bro. I'm not doing it because I'm trying to manipulate you. I'm doing it for your own good. It just so happens that I'm...
Scott, listen to me. If I was manipulating you, I would tell you right to your face. I would immediately tell you right to your face and you would still be manipulated. Because that's how charismatic I am. That's how confident I am in my nonsense.
I do want to point out one thing that you mentioned a moment ago, though.
Yes,
about
sir.
the black Asmongold thing. That's a joke. It's
I
a
know
joke.
that. I watched the video.
Okay,
I'm aware.
Okay.
I watched. I know it's a joke.
I just want to make sure you're aware because it's a joke because I made a video and on Reddit it got viral and people kept saying the black Asmongold. So I just took it and ran with it because it was funny. I thought it was funny.
I feel like you should, because this is obviously not your full-time job. You do other things. I think that you should put a bit more effort into at least editing your clips. Is what I would say because they are. I've watched 12 of your clips. They are schizophrenic, if I could use a phrase for myself.
So those clips, honestly, and Kanai's gonna say because my chat's saying, "Oh, Scott has an excuse for everything."
You do.
Those are.
You're going crazy. Go ahead, crazy.
No. Two things. Okay, so this is kind of an excuse, but it's the truth.
Okay.
Those clips, AI generated, because I don't want to. I have.
Are you using CapCut?
No, I'm using Opus clips.
Okay.
For free because I figured out how to get it for free. So if you want to use it for free, let me know.
I have CapCut. So
CapCut,
So that was
by
the
the
point
way,
number one.
is epically powerful. I just bought a subscription after I saw your live,
did?
so thank you. Anyway,
Oh
y'all can
yeah,
continue.
it's amazing. It's good, isn't it? Isn't that good?
Yeah, I learned.
And
I
also, go ahead.
I read the
Go ahead,
documentation.
Gunny.
I read the documentation for it. It's more powerful than I would have assumed. I got Premiere Pro. I use Premiere Pro because I got the cracked version. I got everything cracked for Adobe, but I'm definitely going to start using CapCut for the auto captions. And it's a lot easier to work with verticals. I see. It's a lot of work on Premiere Pro.
100%.
It's a lot of work
Yeah,
because
it
then you
is.
got to change the aspect ratios and what. Anyway, I'm sorry, Scott. What were you saying?
No, I was gonna say I hope that Cieros doesn't think that we were trying to just me personally. I don't know about the other people, but I wasn't trying to just shit on you either. Like, I give people props where props are due. I watched the stream today. I saw you did a video like live in the stream. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty impressed that you were able to do it in 5 cuts. I'm like, fuck, you did it in 5 cuts.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I could do it in 1 cut. If my back didn't hurt, I would have got that in 1. Jesus Christ. If I could just stand. Fuck. Go ahead.
But to keep it a buck here with my chat, from day one, I've always told my chat, like, if I'm gonna call a spade, and I feel like people are just misinterpreting a lot of things that happened. Your chat particular came over and they're like, "Oh, Scott's sneak dissing." Like I said before, I feel like, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong. Hold my feet to the fire.
It's a little beef.
I don't think I did anything that was outside of bounds of reason, other than say I didn't.
But it was really just a misunderstanding. So my bad.
2 people
But we
from your
watching now.
chat have given me $75 on my girls' OnlyFans. I talked to, by the way, if they're watching this, I talked to you, by the way. I was not my girl, you actually weirdo. And do not send me a picture of your nipples. That was strange. So I appreciate that. Thank you for the
even mentioning the OnlyFans thing. In my opinion, like that wasn't. Is it not a fact? She has an OnlyFans. I didn't say anything
got
crazy.
Me $75 extra. You paid for my tropical smoothie today. That was great. Thank you.
If I had came out and said something crazy about your girl, then it would be different. But I just said a fact.
Oh,
like,
no, it doesn't. I don't care
OnlyFans.
about that. You just promoted the OnlyFans because men are disgustingly horny, and I just talked to them all day. It's gross. So your chat is whoever's in your chat. I don't know who they are. 2 guys. They said they were from they specifically wanted my girl to know that they were from your chat. I don't know why. I don't know why. That was weird as hell.
So my main point is that like I hope nobody interprets me being like super cordial, super polite, and hearing him out the first day as me being afraid to like voice my opinions on things. Like, I just didn't want to fucking get into an argument on the first fucking day. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would I do that?
I mean, that would have been content for yourself, I imagine.
Yeah,
bro,
but it's
come
not.
on, bro. Like, come on, like.
No, I mean, I'm gonna keep it as that. I mean, like, it would have been because, like, when I first spoke to FD Signifier, I didn't want to argue or anything like that, but we disagreed on a lot of points.
I got a question. Now that you bring FD Signifier, what does he do?
He is a prolific black content creator who believes in pro-black everything. Black wife, black kids. He's like a reasonable Dr. Umar, if I could phrase it that way.
A reasonable Dr. Umar, okay.
Yeah, he's pretty articulate, and he spoke to me because I made a video explaining the Boondocks to my white wife.
So I don't think. Go ahead, Gray.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No. So, reason why I came so hard, so harsh is, I've dealt with people like your type, and it gives me a bad taste in my mouth. Cieros, keep doing you, dude, and I will say mental health is the most important next to physical health. You got to get yourself right, bro. You said that you don't take any drugs or alcohol.
No, I can't. I can't.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Mm.
I watched the video. You say you take pain pills. So,
where are we
on that?
Let me explain. I take ibuprofen. That's pretty much it. Like I took I had 800 milligrams.
What the fuck is this nigga talking
pain
about?
pills, you're expecting.
What the fuck is this nigga talking about?
No, I know that.
What the fuck is this nigga talking about?
It was like me addressing a whole thing. Yeah, no, I'm not like a pain pill abuser or anything like that. No, I I've never smoked or drank in my entire life. Period. Not once. Nothing.
So I think we both can agree that mental health is the most important health. You work hard. I will say that. There's some things I don't agree, and these are the conversations that people need to have to make America feel better, because I think we can get along even though that we don't have the same views and have a civil conversation like we did tonight. But just know I couldn't talk to you, and I slammed you hard, I will say, and I'll always stand 10 toes on what I said. But it doesn't mean that
I do want to specifically point out
a little bit,
I do want to specifically point out what you said. I respected near everything you said because of the animosity that came from it. Because that was real. It was immediate animosity. Even
Gray
with you
said that
content,
shit with conviction.
Yeah, I was like, because if you watch my review, I'm like, he's kind of right about that. Yeah, that seems schizophrenic. I do agree. I didn't even specify that. That's fucking nuts. Like, because I'm like, yeah, because I love when people are just really authentic with their not. Like, it was like, he's like, no, rewatch the clip. That nigga's speaking to somebody else. That's fair. I didn't even specify that I was talking to chat. You got me there. It was just like, yeah, 100%. And then like with you content, you were like, this nigga's gonna make it, but fuck him. I'm like, you know what? That's fair. That's fair.
We call that a sneak glaze.
Hey, shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know talent when I see it, bro. And this nigga is talented, bro. You got to give him props where props is due. And see, with me, I'll admit, bro, I was definitely trying to like shit talk you, slam dunk on you, like a whole array of different words. I can't really think of them right now. And I think what really peeved me off was that I think I misunderstood what you were trying to say about your chat being a blob or something like that. And when I heard that, it really, broke my heart as a creator, because to hear somebody say that about the people that sit there and spend like 8-9 hours just engrossed in their life, I just hadn't heard something so heinous in a while. But as it turns out, that's not what you said at all. That's not, well, you didn't, apparently from rewatching your response, that is not specifically what you meant in that statement. We misunderstood what you were trying to say because we're not familiar with who you are as a person.
When you get bigger, and this is gonna happen, and it's gonna suck, you're gonna get a disgusting amount of messages every day, right? And you're gonna realize that everyone that watches you does not like you. And if you think that every chatter that gives you a nice comment will be there for you when you fail, they will not. I've had people say, I'm going to be there for you 100% of the time. I'm going to help you out, stuff like that. And I try to reach out to those people. And you know what happens every time? Sorry, bro. I'm only here for the Sparking Zero content. I'm only here for this. I'm only here for that. Because the average person that watches you is an idiot. And that is going to hurt you so much because they are stupid. That is not an insult, because I'm an idiot. That's why I make content so good, because I'm a dumbass. So you're going to watch these people, and they are dumbasses. And they're a collective, and they have to be. That's just how it is. I'm sorry if I misinterpreted or I said something and misinterpreted.
Experience that, Scott. Go on.
I want to say two things. The first thing is, I agree with what he said, because you guys know what happened with my channel. Ceros doesn't know this about my channel because he's only seen the videos that I have recently. But we had videos that had 20, 30, 4,000. We had streams that had 15, 20,000 viewers in it when we were reacting to Cenat. The moment I stopped reacting to Cenat, all the people who were like, oh, Scott's the best streamer. Scott, we love Scott. They all left. So I agree with you on that take.
Gone.
The second thing I want to bring up is the chat. A lot of this controversy, a lot of this quote unquote beef, even though it does make for good content. I am content coded because it does make for good content. A lot of this is caused by the fucking chatters. The chat right now, the chatters are saying, yo, damn, y'all niggas swallow, please, swallow.
That's because you're reading those worthless comments. They mean nothing, and they mean nothing. You have to direct your chat. You have to control them. Hello, my lovely.
In my opinion, guys.
Would you like to be here?
in my opinion, guys, I just feel like maybe we have two different perspectives on how to treat the chat, because I don't see my chat like that, you know? Even it doesn't matter how many people we have in here. I try to treat all the people with dignity, man. I don't know. And like Content said, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit too. I'm just like, dang, like, but then also
you care about people that are that wishy-washy? They're not going to be there for you. They won't. You know what's going to happen? You're going to have a viral video. Go ahead.
I think that the reason why he cares is because he has already had a person that said he cared and then completely exposed
I ain't gonna
every
lie.
single thing about
I ain't gonna
him.
lie.
Like,
Great
down
is
to
ruining
where
the
he
pace of this
works,
conversation
his
so
name,
bad.
his address, and that's why.
Because the whole purpose
like
is
me,
supposed to be for me
I
and
would
Scott.
I told him straight up. I was
and
like, bro,
this guy
don't
to
listen
talk
to that.
about our
And you might be
grievances.
like,
We
well,
can't do
you're
that
one of the
if
very
you playing
few
PI.
out of probably all the viewers and content that would actually be there. But a lot of people say that they're there, and then as soon as something they don't like, as such as content happens, they will flip. You know, so
No, that's fair.
Gotti,
My
absolutely
issue
not,
here
man. I don't
is
got
that
time for that
he's giving
discourse,
too
nigga.
much attention to it early on, because you're gonna get a big head when you get bigger. It will ruin you, and you will fall into the same trap that I've seen all my friends fall into when they finally get a viral video that goes crazy,
it's not my chat,
and it will fuck you up.
It's Scott's.
And I
But
don't
I
want
think-
that for you.
I think, Ciaros, in my situation, I've already gone through a point where I had, like I said, like when I was reacting to Cenat, we had streams that had 4,000 concurrent viewers in them. And I myself sat, because I'm a very reflective person. Like, I'm not one of these people who's quick to action. I'm a person who sits around and thinks about stuff. And I would restream, I would react to Cenat, I would end the stream, and I would call Contents Universe or other people and say, you know what, man, I'm not feeling this anymore. I don't care how many viewers I get. I don't care how much money we're making doing this. Like, I want to be authentic with my viewers, and what I'm doing right now is not authentic. So I think that even if when my channel blows up and I get a bunch of people watching me, I don't think that's going to happen to me, because I am a grounded person. I am a well-grounded person.
Okay, so on that point, from what I've seen, you're not a well-grounded person. From everything I've seen, you're not a well-grounded person at all. Not even a little bit.
Why do you say I'm not a well-grounded person? Elaborate.
Because you just asked me if I was if you were a well-grounded person. A well-grounded person wouldn't have even followed up on that. You asked me why you're doing that. Thus, you were manipulated in real time.
But how do you not know? How do you not know that I'm not the one who's pulling the strings and manipulating it? I want to see what your perspective is on my state of mind.
That's too bad. Why does that matter to you?
Because I want to analyze the situation so I can get a strategic advantage when I'm communicating with the person.
That's too bad.
Like, I don't think that's being manipulated. I think that's being a savvy orator. Like, I want to know what the person thinks, what their perspective is, so I can make a calculation on what I'm going to do next.
Scott, you are a content creator. You impose your will upon everything. That is a content creator. That is what you do. Even when you're being authentic and talking to your chat, you impose your will. Be strong. Stand proud. You are strong. Stop trying to get my opinion on something. Stop. Don't do that. That's not thing. If I say that you are a weak person, you know what you say in response?
I would disregard it. Because I would
you.
say that I would disregard. But how do you? I don't think he's understanding what I'm trying to say here. Like, I'm not asking your opinion because I care for it for validation's sake. I'm asking your opinion to get your state of mind.
Oh, my state of mind is that you are not well grounded, and that is the end of the statement.
But then my question would be, what is it based on? What is your premise?
You ask anybody that knows you. Period. They're gonna say the same thing.
See, this is why we had the miscommunication, because I feel like when you make statements, you leave them very open-ended. Like when you say I'm a cult leader and you don't explain, you don't elaborate, it leaves it open-ended to interpretation. And when you leave it to interpretation, then we interpret it in the most negative bias, because I'm not going to go and interpret it in a favorable bias, because that's detrimental to me. I'm always going to look at it in the negative light. So if you tell me a whole bunch of shit and I think that it's bullshit, I'm not going to fucking say, oh man, I agree with this person off the bat, because at the end of the day, if I make a miscalculation and I get finagled, then it affects me. So I'm going to look at it in the negative light. So when you give me when I ask you for a statement and I ask you to elaborate, I'm trying to gauge where you are on a spectrum of who is Scott Leonard and what does he think, so I can determine what my next move is.
But you didn't ask him to elaborate on anything really last
Because
week.
I was listening the first day because he was saying so much stuff.
You could have stopped at any point and been like, "Hey, man," because he said, "Stop! I'm gonna let you keep talking." And I was like, "Oh, cool. I guess he believes me." So I just assumed, as you did.
But why would you assume that I believed you?
Yeah, 100%. Because guess what? That's what a leader does. That's what somebody that just is confident in all of his words does. He just keeps going. That's what. That's why.
In my opinion, that's what a bad leader does. A bad leader, you're on the battlefield. You don't have all the information, and you're telling your platoon, charge forward. We're gonna get the enemies right over that hill. But you haven't done any groundwork. So then you charge forward and you get ambushed.
You spent the whole night thinking about me. So by all means, I've led you into you thinking about me the whole day. Because you couldn't reasonably reach a conclusion on your own about the thing. So you reached out to two people to talk about the situation afterwards. And then you changed and almost 180'd your initial thoughts because you didn't trust them. Your hesitation has become a full stop. And that will be a detrimental pull in your authentic content creation journey.
Because wouldn't you say a good leader consults with his generals? A good leader doesn't rush into battle without any second opinions.
Nigga.
He broke character.
You wouldn't make it in the hood. You wouldn't make it in the hood. I say that right now. You would not make it in the hood. You would not make it in the hood. God, you would get pistol whipped. Talking like that. A good leader talks to the consults with it. Nigga, no, he doesn't. You know what a good leader does? A good leader knows what he's doing. That's why they trust him. Why does my chat trust me? They don't agree with me, but they trust me. Think about that. My people argue with me all the time. Every single video I post, I don't agree with this guy, but I'm going to subscribe. Why do they say that? Because I am so in depth with what I am, so deep rooted in my convictions that they are forced to follow my flow. That is what's happening. Who is following your flow, Scott?
What do you mean? I've only been doing this for like 9 months. I have 5,000 subscribers. The fuck are you talking about, dude?
That's fantastic.
It's not like I'm a guy who has nobody, like I have no chat, nobody who, like, how do you think I acquired my followers? You think I bribed them? You think I paid them? They're bots?
You know how long I've been doing this channel on YouTube? 1 year. I actually showed it on stream, a whole year. I've been doing content for 12 years, but I've done the YouTube thing for a single year because I used to go downtown and just talk to people for no fucking reason. I used to have a speaker and just yell at people and tell them sermons. That's it. That's what I would do. Where is your presentation? Where's your stage presence? Where is you? I still don't know who you are besides, well, I think we should have incremental change and figure things out because I believe we have a reasonable take and I want to make sure I get all the information and data before making a reasonable assumption. That's pussy. That's being pussy.
Nah, that's being rational, man. That's being a rational actor.
Rational. Is that going to get you further in the content creation game or is it going to make you feel better?
There's a reason why I have a McLaren and hundreds of thousands of dollars, bro. It's because I'm a rational person.
Amazing.
I'm a rational person. How do you think I got all that shit? You think it just fell out of the ground? I just walked out of my goddamn fucking house and they handed me a McLaren. They handed me a Rolex. They handed me $300,000 salary. They handed me a bank account full of money. No.
Thanks for letting me know that.
I use strategy to get to that level.
And you would use strategy to get robbed because I just figured out your salary. Why would you tell a random nigga on the internet your salary, you psychopath? That's crazy.
Oh, shit.
All I'm saying is that maybe we have two different approaches. I'm not saying your approach is not an approach that might be functional occasionally, but you can't say that my approach is not functional too. There's no way you can't say that. You can't because there's other content creators that do the same, that have the same strategy that I have, and they're successful. I just started. Let me cook. Let me cook.
No, who gives a fuck about the other people? Who gives a fuck about the other people? No one cares about that. Stop trying to be them. And I don't care about the McLaren or the 300,000. That's worthless to me. Because if I go out in Detroit, people are going to ask me for a picture. That's what's going to happen.
I know, but my point with bringing that up is that the same strategy that I use to do my content is the same strategy I use in every aspect of my life to get to that level where I'm at. And it's obviously working.
In 1 year, you will be at 30,000 subscribers, and the next year after that, you will be at 50,000. I will be at 500,000, and that is not by your lack of effort. It is from your lack of putting yourself first and putting your convictions before the opinions of others, because they are just that, opinions. I feel like if my chat were your chat, you would listen to them, which would fuck you up.
No, my chat is just as toxic as you would think your chat is. I mean,
my chat just wants me to do different shit.
Look, my thing is, I feel like the approach that you're taking is a very extremist approach. It's all or nothing. Whereas, just like how I said yesterday that I was a moderate, I'm being a moderate in life too. And to be a moderate in life, you need to compromise. You need to hear other people's opinions. You need to come to conclusions based off of the evidence available to you. You can't just jump the gun.
Talk and see what the fuck how this gonna play out.
Am I talking crazy? Like maybe I'm actually the crazy one here.
I'm sorry, I had to address chat really quick. So I'm sorry, I missed that. My bad.
I think it's just so two different extreme perspectives that, you know, it looks like you're going head and head. And, you know, no one's going to convince each other without an open mind or of whatever. You can't, if you don't have an open mind, you can't convince someone of anything really. And it's just two different extreme point of views. And, you know, I don't think anyone is really crazy. I just think it's just, like I said, two extreme point of views, and it's not going to become a middle ground at any point.
I will say this. I do agree that it is smart to think about your actions before you take them all in head on, before jumping into the pit. It is smart to do that. But sadly, and this is horrifying to say, that's not content creation. That is not how content creation works. There are hundreds of thousands of millions of people all making TikToks, all doing wild, stupid, disgusting, vitriolic, horrible shit all the time forever, clip farming and doing nonsense. You will be a whisper in the wind for so long because your hesitation has sadly become a full stop. And I do not want that for you. At all. I want you to fucking punch Destiny in the stomach, to be quite honest with you. I want you to go sicko mode and crazy. I want you to be at the top peak of everything, and I want you to be up there and have all these opinions and be great. But you're just good, and you're not great.
I will say, in Scott's defense, perhaps maybe you should check out some of his other content. He does appear to be a contrarian in a lot of his content. He doesn't appear to be molded by what his chat says. If he was molded by what his chat said, he would be a completely different person. I don't know, but at the end of the day, it doesn't quite matter. Saros is just giving a critique on his channel, and that's how it should be viewed. So you could do what you want with that information. You can apply it, not apply it.
My thing is, I feel like, look, there's stuff that Saros says that I agree with. The thumbnails thing, yeah, the thumbnails do help. The thumbnails, making better clips does work. I'm not disagreeing with that stuff, but when he says the thing about the chat, it pokes me in the wrong spots. Pause, because look, just because I treat my chat with respect as viewers I appreciate that they're here, doesn't mean that I listen to everything they fucking say. Doesn't mean that I take all their opinions.
Start over. Let's ignore that statement. Let's just ignore that statement, right? The way you approach content is how you approach a business, which is horrifying. Because you are
But it is a business.
No. You're smart. You are disgustingly smart.
God, he said,
however,
gay.
I am somebody that has across all platforms in total 1 million followers. And you, because you have this bevy of excuses, are arguing with somebody who has over 1 million followers. Do you see the position of what you are doing and realize the absurdity of it?
Yes, but I look
Hey,
when you
hey, Scott, in Sero's defense, that is a pretty logical argument.
Well, wait, no. Contents. I was literally the crazy thing is I was literally about to say that a moment ago. I was gonna say, I know you have a bunch of followers. I know you have success in this content creation thing. And I'm not look, so far I haven't argued about any of the actual content aspects of this, as far as the thumbnails, as far as making better titles, as far as making better engaging content. But when it comes to the actual viewers, the actual chat, I think I disagree with him. Like, there's no reason.
Oh, yeah,
like,
that's fine. No, that's fine. We can.
so then what are we
disagree with
arguing
that.
about then? Because that's all I've disagreed on.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. We're arguing on the
Ref is
fact
here.
of the matter.
The ref is here.
This motherfucker put on a ref suit. No way.
I think.
No.
I think,
Explain to me what you're arguing about.
I'm arguing on the fact of the matter that the way you approach the content is horrifyingly simplistically bad. It's bad overall.
But you haven't. Okay, so let's say that you
I
are
told you
saying
why.
that, but you haven't explained what have I done. What am I doing? Describe the problem.
Got you. All right, go to your description and get rid of that AI generated nonsense. First thing you gotta do. Secondly, get rid of all the hashtags. Go through all your videos and re-edit all your hashtags and put them down to 3. Third thing you can do is the title of this stream I think it has Tectone and HasanAbi in it, maybe something of that variety. I'm not sure. I think it has that.
Yeah.
Get rid of that. They're not here for, because if you do that, they're not going to be there for you. They're going to be there for your content. What do you want them to be there for? You or your content?
My content, but I know me. Sorry, but yes, I misspoke there. Shit. But look, let me tell you, because Saros, what you're saying, I already know. I know that.
Okay.
The reason I've been putting their names in the titles is not because I want their viewers to think that I'm talking about them. It's because I'm just trying to hijack their algorithm. I'm hoping that a person who watches HasanAbi clicks on my stream by accident, sits down, hears me talking, and says, you know what? This guy is saying some stuff that kind of intrigue me. You know, it's kind of HasanAbi-esque, but he has a different perspective in a different angle. So let me listen to him. Let me see what he's saying, and maybe those people might be fucking captivated. I might be able to capture them, and they might join my side. That's the reason I have those names in there. It's not because I want them to think that I'm watching Tectone or HasanAbi or Asmongold. It's simply because I'm trying to get into the algorithm. The HasanAbi, the Asmongold, the Tectone, the yapping algorithm. That's all I'm trying to do.
Okay, that won't work. 78
won't work?
people. 78 other people are doing that. I checked. That's like if it's not gonna work.
So what kind of titles would you recommend me putting? Because if I don't have that, I'm just gonna have a normal ass title explaining what I'm doing for that night, and I'll just get randoms.
You remember,
Randos.
you watched my stream earlier when I had 100 people in here?
Mm-hmm.
Why did I have 100 people in here?
Because you had drama in the title.
I said we have drama today. I didn't put Hasanat. I didn't put anything else. I just said we have drama today. I was disgustingly vague. You must approach content creation as if you are an idiot. You're thinking too hard.
Let me ask you this. On my channel, I tend to try and use a lot of clickbait titles, like to garnish people's attention. Whatever I'm talking about, I tend to try to make it the most salacious title I could possibly think of. What I'm seeing from your channel is your titles are situated in a way where, you know, it's like your core will click on it. You know, if there's no clickbait needed because it's just a title. Should I implement that? Should I stop trying to chase a clickbait title and just title my videos whatever? Like, basically, let's say I'm feeling angry, or this has gotten me hot, or this has pissed me off.
That'll work out. Because people will be like, what got him hot? What pissed him off? Because people are stupid. I want you to think, you will use TikTok, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about what captivates your attention. Think about the first 3 seconds. That's all you got. Because I'm going to click off that shit in 3 seconds.
That's all you got. In 3 seconds, as soon as I start a video, hey guys, boom, caught that dumbass. Because they're stupid, and I'm dumb as hell. So I think like an idiot. If you cut out all the thinking too hard shit, just be stupid. Just be a worthless dumbass and make content, because that's what you're making content for. You're making content for simpletons. That's it. That's it.
What do you suggest for somebody? What do you suggest for somebody that doesn't have the ability to talk about a subject without differing from what they're trying to say, compared to somebody like you that's able to just pick a title out of his spreadsheet and just talk about it for 10 minutes without it not being confusing to listen to?
Here's a fun thing that I do. When I have an idea for something, I think about it for 10 minutes and I go on a walk. I only think about that one thing. And then I ask the first person I see what they think about it. In person. I ask that a random person. And that will improve your speech incredibly. Because guess what? You sadly, and I mean this, you have to be great at talking in person to do this content garbage. Because that will translate directly to all your content. And also, this is going to sound stupid, have all your thumbnails be generally the same, because they're going to see the thumbnail and know it's you, and you got to make it easy to make. Stupidly easy to make. That's important. You saw me make a thumbnail on stream.
Well, that goes like against everything I've learned. Why does that work? I'm sorry. What were you saying, Scott? My bad.
I was going to say, but the thing is, like, Ceros brings up a lot of valid points, right? But I feel like, and contents, you're asking him the same questions. If you go to my channel, go to my playlist, go to the yapping category, my yapping playlist, I have a bunch of videos that are exactly what he said. They have thumbnails. Should I quit YouTube? White privilege is luxury, the luxury to complain. We love censorship. Like, I have videos that follow that pattern with the thumbnail and the title. The problem is that I think that you just kind of went to my live streams and you looked at the live streams. The live streams, I don't use that strategy because it's like a fucking live stream. Like, why would I do that? Now, you might be right. Maybe I went
to your home and checked your videos.
Go to the playlist and go to yapping and look at the titles there.
Go to playlist, go to
the playlist, yapping, and then look at the titles.
Like 18 videos.
Yeah.
These thumbnails are horrible.
But look at the titles.
This is too long. It's more than 50 characters. And it's AI generated, I can tell.
All I'm saying is that, like, it's not that I'm just blanket trying to like do one thing. I'm experimenting. And I get it. Now look, I get it. You have a lot of followers, but you don't need to approach us like we don't know what we're doing at all. Like, we're learning. And like, I'm open to hearing advice from someone, but I don't need the person to like belittle us. Like, oh, like you're on a high horse. Like, good for you, bro. You got 200,000 subscribers. That's fine. And I'm open to listening to suggestions, but like, I do kind of sense a little bit of an attitude. Like, come on, dude. Like,
I'm angry.
There's no need to be facetious.
Better. You're so smart. That's why I'm pissed, because you're smart as shit, but you're acting stupid. These aren't good thumbnails. Would you click on this?
Well, like I said, I'm learning, man. I'm not trying to argue. I'm not trying to argue that I have the perfect strategy down. I'm experimenting. I'm trying to grow my channel.
That's great. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic. But you equivalently flexed $300,000 on me in a McLaren.
Yeah, because I earned it. I earned it, dude. I earned it.
Amazing.
Wait. Time out. Just like how you're approaching me with the content creation thing, well, I can approach you with life. Because without content creation, I can still become a millionaire. I still have a shit ton of money. Like, I'm fine. Great. Did he leave? What happened? Oh shit. Content. So like, and Gray's a witness to me. I have talked to people about finance on my channel many times, and I have never scoffed at a person and acted like, oh, well, I'm on my high horse here, so like, you don't have $300,000 in your bank account? You must be an idiot. You're a really smart dude, but you must be an idiot.
You scoffed at me yesterday. That's why I got in here, because you scoffed at me yesterday. That's the exact reason.
I didn't scoff at you. I just pointed out that I didn't believe what I was hearing. And I'm entitled to do that.
You said, fuck me. You said I'm not gonna react to any of his videos anymore. I didn't get clout off this guy. None of his chat came over. I have like 10 things you did. It's you did it.
Those are
it's
not
okay. Just admit it. I'm not mad. Just admit it.
I'm not admitting it, but I'm saying that those things, I'm entitled to all of those things. I'm literally entitled to all of those things. Are you telling me that if I say I don't want to react to this guy's content anymore, that now I'm committing a crime? If I say I didn't believe his story, I'm committing a crime? You
cherry picked the hell. I'm talking about the fuck me and Marshall. Let's talk about the fuck me.
The fuck me was a joke, bro. Come on, bro. You know that the fuck me was a joke. You're telling me that you got offended by the fuck me. It's not like we said, no, nobody sat in here and said, you know what, fuck this guy. We're going to catch him. No, we just said it was a casual, chill fuck you. It was a casual fuck you.
I definitely said fuck this guy and meant it.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
I just want to put that. I just want to throw that out there.
No. Right. He's acting like we're like we had some sort of vendetta against him. Like the fuck you was like something that it wasn't that deep.
No, like I have no issue with content or oh my god, Glorp. I have no issue with either of these people because they were on business, and then I witnessed them be on business. You changed. That's why I have an issue.
He said I changed.
Yeah, I did.
The way you said it, I'm sorry. That was funny. I gotta admit.
This guy, I'm sorry. This shit got me giggling, bro. This shit got me giggling. I'm sorry, bro.
All I'm trying to say is it's not that deep. Is what I'm trying to say, Zeros. When I made the video, when I talked about it, I wasn't like, I said I was thinking about it, but it wasn't like I didn't go in a corner and cry about it, bro. Like it's not that deep. For you to be that hurt? Are you really that hurt?
I'm now cool. I'm cool, and I'm telling you, as a person, as if I was a regular viewer, a regular person, and I saw the thumbnail, I wouldn't click on it. That's what I'm telling you.
I know, but it's not the information. It's the way you're conveying it. Like I said, like it's not that deep. To me, it's not that deep. And
if it's not that deep, why do you feel slighted by what I'm saying?
Because you were purposely trying to slight. Don't tell me you weren't purposely. Don't be disingenuous with me. Don't tell me you weren't purposely trying to slight.
If I tell somebody their shit sucks, that's not a slight. That's an observation.
It's the tone of voice and the way you did it, man. Come on. Let's be honest.
Well. In Cyril's defense, we did talk about him like a dog yesterday. So I think that maybe he could, I think maybe he might have the right to. If he may have the right to, we did talk about him like a dog yesterday,
All I'm saying is that I'm trying to compromise as much as I can. I'm listening to his advice. I get what he's trying to say. But when a person's scoffing at me, like, it's like, okay, like we can both scoff at each other all night long. Like we're not accomplishing anything at that point.
I don't think I was more so explaining, to be quite honest with you, but here goes the thing. I will be nicer because you want someone to speak to you nicely is what you want. You want me to be nice. I never said I was nice. I said I was kind. That's a big difference. This is a kindness, and I'm not saying this is I'm better than you because I'm not. We're both niggas. Cops will still beat the shit out of both of us. We're niggas. I'm not better than you. Plus, you got a McLaren, nigga. I'm definitely not better than you. I barely got a car. Nigga, I begged for money on GoFundMe. You obviously have much more prestige than I do. That's obvious by life standards, obviously. But I'm not comparing that. My comparison is by a thing that I am great at, and I'm witnessing somebody that has the intelligence to be fantastic at it, half-ass it. That's what agitates me. I'm upset by the potential that you have, and witnessing a potential be stunted by your ego and ineptitude. That's what agitates me. And that statement bothered you, because I can see it in your lip furl.
No, you're good. Me. I'm listening.
His lip did curl. His lip did curl. Scott, your lip did curl, nigga. Your lip did curl, nigga. I seen that shit. Nigga. Oh my god, damn. This has gotten fucking tense. But yeah, bro. Hey, so let me ask you this though. What makes his thumbnails ass? Is it the fact that he doesn't have lettering, or is it the fact that he doesn't have prefabricated cutouts of his reactions, or is it a mixture of all three? Is it the fact that he doesn't have a cutout of himself in his reactions, plus he doesn't have a background, plus the text, or what? Because what classifies a bad thumbnail in your opinion?
Thankfully, I have a disgusting amount of hair on my head, so people will click on me because what the fuck is that head of hair? What aspect of just his face is going to make you click on him? Nobody knows this nigga. There's nothing in the thumbnail that makes me click on it.
I see what you're saying, but look, the reason I had no thumbnails is because Hex Speaks. I'm gonna be honest. This is purely from Hex Speaks. I looked at Hex Speaks, I watched his video, and he went on a whole rant about, oh, thumbnails don't matter. All that matters is the title. So I was just trying to experiment with his advice. That's just me being honest.
So you're saying he shouldn't put his face in his thumbnails? I just want to clarify.
He should put his face as the centerfold with things in the background that illustrate his point. For instance, there's a free app called Photo Scissors. He could take a still frame of it. Fuck this. Hold up a second. Scott, stay still.
Well, he's sitting, he's sitting down. He's sitting down. He ain't going nowhere.
I have cutouts already. I actually have cutouts already.
That's great.
Oh, my boy prepared. All right, Scott. Okay.
I just don't use them because I watched a whole video, an hour-long video from another content creator who said, I can pull it up right now. He's like, oh, good. But guys, everybody says that thumbnails matter. Thumbnails don't matter. All that matters is the title.
Well, Saros is a pretty big content creator. He's talking to us right now.
And I'm listening. I'm just explaining what my logic was when I did it. I don't understand why. I'm not defending it. I'm explaining what my logic was when I did it.
Okay.
Oh, I understand, Scott.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show you something real easy and simple. This is like the easiest thing you can do because this will work for you because you have a disgusting amount of clips and this will be like the simplest thing you could do on the planet. Just trust me here. Hold on. I'm going to put it in the side chat. I'm going to put an image in the side chat of something I'm making right now. And I'm going to show you it. And I'm going to show you how simple it is to do this because it's sickening a little bit. Black. Let's see. All right, there we go. That's good. What's your goal with this content stuff, by the way? What is your? I never asked.
My goal with this content stuff, to be honest, my goal is just to get my opinions out there. To be honest, and maybe get some clout and get some money, you know. But more than anything, it's to fucking get my opinions.
More than anything. And who's gonna listen to your opinions?
I mean, I got some listeners. I'm working on it, man. I said, let me cook. Let me cook. I just started this shit. Like, come on. Rome wasn't built in a day.
How long do you think it took my wife to get her TikTok following?
I don't know. She's a female. Females have different rules.
But without using her body, how long do you think it took her? Because the big majority of what she didn't use her body.
I just think that this is gonna sound misogynistic, but I think that a female doesn't need to use her body in particular. It doesn't need to be explicit. Because my ex-girlfriend made an account, and in like 3 months, she had like 10,000 followers on Instagram.
Doing what?
Car content. Because guys are thirsty. Guys aren't. A female doesn't need to say, "Oh, I'm selling something." They're thirsty. They think they have a chance, so they follow no matter what. They don't care. There's a content creator I follow, Kira Lawfin, and she doesn't use her body. And in like 3 months, she got 100,000 subscribers, just talking. And she doesn't use thumbnails either, by the way.
I didn't know that. Thank you for letting me know that. That's information. Thank you.
So I don't think the rules apply. The same rules. You could be the best content creator in the world as a man, and you still are going to struggle. As a female, you just can sit there and just say anything. It doesn't matter.
I say anything, and I gotta get away with it. Okay, so this is the mock-up of just a very simple, easy thumbnail. Look on the side chat.
Let me see if I can figure out how to open.
Can I ask you who was
Oh, he said, "Fuck, I'm cooked."
Saros, do you mind if I address your chat? Because they said something that I want to like respond to.
What they say? I'm sorry. What's up?
I said, Saros, do you mind if I react? I mean, say something. So what's address your chat? Do you mind if I
You can
address
say
your chat?
whatever you want in my chat. I don't care about what they say.
Well, I just wanted to say, first off, y'all are saying that we don't like Scott because we aren't sticking up for him. Listen, my sticks in the fire about this argument is over. I misunderstood Saros. I apologized. I took full responsibility over my actions. Him and Scott are having their own separate conversation and they have their own separate grievances. What do you guys want me to do? You guys want me to be like, hold on, don't talk to my homeboy like that. Listen, bro, we're not savages. We're trying to have a conversation with Saros and figure out, and I guess in Scott and Saros a case to try and get to some mutual understanding. I guess more so on Scott's side. I have no idea if Saros really cares. But
I have no grievance with Saros. Like a moment ago, before Saros explained to me what was wrong with my content, I was wondering like, what the fuck is he talking about? What's he attacking me for? Because he never told me what was wrong with the fucking content. He just would say it's bad, it's wrong, it's all bad. And it's like, okay, but can you explain? Now he's explaining. And I scoffed a little bit because when I asked the question, I said, go look at these thumbnails. And me as a civil person, if I'm giving somebody a lecture and they're doing it wrong, I would just be like, you know what? This is not ideal. Like maybe you should improve here and here. And I just am not, I wasn't expecting
Who are you looking off to the side to? Who are you looking off to the side to?
That's all.
Oh yeah, cause last night we thought that was a fake person. Remember last night we thought that was a fake person? We didn't know that motherfucker was real.
Assholes.
But that's all. I don't have a beef or a vendetta. Like
we thought that nigga was talking to Ghost.
So I'm gonna ask you this, right? You see the thumbnail I sent, right?
Yeah.
Notice how that's 3 elements. The black background, it's very bold lettering. Somebody would click on that because they're like, why is this guy cooked? What's happening? If you put quotations around that and said, fuck, I'm cooked, and then put a title saying, I fucked up, people would click on that. They would immediately click on, because you've done the legwork. It's just 3 elements. What you did, it's like you took a still from your video because And that's not gonna work because they don't know you. This is vague enough to where like, is this guy? Well, who is this guy? Why is he cooked? What is this? Because people are questioning in their mind, their subconscious, because they're stupid. That's it. That's the entire critique. You have no thumbnails. Period. Because if I'm going through your channel, I'm like, wow, this is a lot of nothing here. I encourage you to admit you manipulate your audience.
Oh my God, he's standing on business about that one. Wait.
I knew he was gonna say something outrageous. That was his linchpin. He wants me. Look, out of everything, and the main reason we were arguing, even besides the content thing, was I thought we were arguing a moment ago about the whole chat thing, about the manipulation and the thing. I'm not. Look, I don't think that's manipulation, man.
Come on, Scott. We done talked about manipulating the audience before now.
Hey, shut up. Wait, we're not manipulating anyone, bro.
Scott, let's be Scott.
No, I love my audience, bro. Hey, yo, chat. Everybody in this chat, valued members of my society, man. I love you all. Y'all mean a lot to me.
Didn't you say I was trying to make a society? Yeah, right.
Scott, you got me so
you're all
fucking
important
weak,
to me,
bro.
and I value your opinions, and you guys are really important to me, and I appreciate it. But no, when he says manipulate, he means when I'm trying to make sure that I have the right energy during the actual creation of the content. And I feel like
let's loop back. What does the word manipulate mean?
Okay.
Like, you're an English speaker, yes?
Yeah, but you could say I'm manipulating my environment.
This guy.
I'm not gonna say I'm not manipulating my environment, but I'm not. I just don't think I'm manipulating these people individually, man.
I just Sarah, I just don't think Scott believes when he says that at the end of the night, you know, I don't wanna leave here on a bad note, so let me just wrap things up on a good note. I don't think he means that. I don't think that he means that to be manipulation in the negative connotation. I believe that you might be saying that he's manipulating in a neutral connotation or a positive connotation, but
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's so I English is my second language for once. Let's start right there. So I don't know what delusion you English speakers have with this semantic game. You control your audience. Is that better?
But okay, time out. I gotta put a pause on this one. Gray, you're my witness here. You just said that you don't understand how we have an issue with semantics, but earlier in this conversation, you were talking about being nice and being kind. Is that not semantics?
Because you want me to speak to you nice, but I'm being kind by giving you instructions on to do better. That's kindness.
But they're synonyms.
Are they?
If you grab a dictionary,
come on, hey, you don't have to fact check that, bro. You don't have to fact check that, bro. Why are you moving your fingers? Why are you moving your fingers?
No, they're not actually.
Oh my god.
Nice and kind.
Oh my god.
Like, what is your perspective on the good and the kind? And then,
yo,
also,
what's up, Danoof?
There was another word
we in
that
like
you
a little
said,
beef right now, man. It's crazy. Well, we're not a little
forgot,
beef, but we having
that's
a
why I
little
asked that,
conversation.
because you
It's so
said
fucking
there's-
funny, bro.
there is a difference between good and kind, and that's what I wanted to know. In your eyes, you know, like
No,
It
well,
depends
I
on
mean,
how you're using the word. It depends
I
on
know
how
that,
you're
but
using the word. It depends on the context.
In the general definition, kindness is rooted in genuine compassion, empathy, and willing to act for others' well-being, even if it requires confronting difficult situations and setting boundaries. Niceness, conversely, is often a social strategy to gain approval or avoid conflict, focusing on superficial pleasantness rather than a true empathy. So, Scott, you are nice.
But I feel like it depends on the context, though. It really
That's
does.
the literal definition.
But that's what I'm saying. Like this is a very I'm gonna say it. I hope nobody gets offended in here. This is a very autistic coded fucking conversation because they're trying to take words literally and like in the general sense of this, like people don't talk like that. People don't walk around with fucking dictionaries in their back pocket comparing words. They don't. But when you use the word manipulation automatically has a negative connotation. Nobody thinks about manipulation in a positive light. Nobody thinks, oh, this guy's positively manipulating. Nobody uses that word in that context. Am I crazy?
Yeah, well,
Who the fuck goes around saying, yo, he's manipulating me and it's a good thing? When you meet a girl and you take her out on a date, she doesn't say, oh, I'm so glad he manipulated me. Like, that's not how, that word doesn't work in that context. It's a negative, it has negative connotations.
I just gotta know. Are you like not? I feel like we're supposed to. Can you say influence? I'll say influence. You influence your chat in a very conspicuous way. How's that? That
I would
You
say
say-
I
yeah, Scott
influence
is
the
kinda
mood
right on
that
that.
the chat experiences
But at
during
the same
the
time,
stream.
that's
There.
not
That's good.
what
I like that.
That's
That's
not
good.
what
Let's
Saros
use
is
that.
trying to say.
I'll agree
All
to that.
Saros
We
is
met in
trying
the
to
mid- look
say,
at that. We did a
nigga,
moderate thing for you.
admit
It's great.
that you manipulate
We
your
met in the
audience
middle.
sometimes. That's what Saros is trying
That's
to
all
say.
I'm saying.
But
That's
you
all
know,
I'm-
Scott
I-
is
I-
saying
yeah.
Scott is
So
not
you've
gonna like admit to
influenced
that
the
because he's
chat
like, no, manipulation is a negative
by
thing. You're not gonna
controlling
say
the
I'm
mood.
manipulating. Like,
Yes.
But am I supposed to not control the mood?
I'm just curious if you've done that because I
Yes,
just want to know.
but that's not manipulation. That's influencing the environment.
Okay, cool. All right, that's great.
If you walk into a doctor's office, right, and you're about to get an operation done, and there's rats running around, there's trash everywhere, would you not be inclined to leave that place and find a different doctor versus a place where the doctor's office is clean and everybody looks professional? And would you say that the doctor's manipulating the customers?
I'm lost.
Okay, let me start over. You walk into a doctor's office. The doctor's office is a mess. There's rats, there's trash, there's garbage all over the place. If those doctors decided to clean up the doctor's office and make it pristine and put on uniforms, would you say that they're manipulating the customers? No, they're just setting the environment so that people feel
100%
comfortable there.
What the hell? Yeah. What? Yeah.
They're setting up the environment so that you feel comfortable. All I'm trying to do is have a comfortable environment for my viewers. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. In fact, I don't even understand why you're attacking me on this point.
I'm so sorry. I never said it was wrong.
Then what was the point?
You go through this whole VOD. I never said that it was a bad thing or wrong. I simply said admit to it. I never said it was wrong.
But why? That's all. Why would you want me to admit to it like I'm on trial?
But the thing, Scott has a different perspective. He thinks it's negative connotation. That's what he thinks.
Because he said admit to it. You admit to a crime. You don't admit to something that's positive.
I understand, but you think it's negative. And that is, yeah, I will say the general thing is when someone says they're manipulating you, yeah, it is conceived as negative. But he is saying he maybe not see it like that, Scott. You got to put in everybody else's mind into your own and be like, okay, he maybe not see it like that. So that's why he's saying just admit it. Because he maybe not see it as a negative connotation.
But when he says admit it, why would if it?
What's the point of it? Like confess your crime. I'm like confess that you're manipulating. I'm like just admit you do it. I'm not saying that like let's be like admit you beat off. All right, cool. We both beat off. Admit you got nice hair. Admit your shirt clean.
Nobody. No, pause. Time out. Nobody says
nice hair.
Nobody says admit you have nice hair. Like it's always something negative. No one's gonna say, "Oh, Contest Universe, admit that shirt that you have is fly."
You hang around. Who the fuck do you hang around?
You're not gonna say that. That doesn't make any sense.
Fucked up people, dude.
No. I'm being gaslit with this one. That doesn't make any sense.
This is now me curious of your circle because you seem to hang around people that use words fucked uply.
Nobody's gonna walk up to somebody and say, "Yo, Ceros, admit that you love wearing those glasses."
Shit, I might have to admit I'm wearing these glasses. You know what I'm saying? I got that shit on.
It's positive. People only say admit to stuff when it's negative.
Okay, think about this. Be like, you gotta admit, I do look pretty fire, right? Boom, right there. As an example of a non-negative connotation. Like,
but
that you look clean.
Yes, but in that context, the person is being semi-tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, when I say admit to manipulating your audience, that's simply admitting to the power of influence. I'm trying to tell you that you have power, and you were telling me, no, I don't. I'm just making them feel good. Yeah.
But you didn't state it that way, man. If you had stated, yo, Scott, you see how much influence you have over the perspective of these viewers by controlling your environment, or I don't know how you would phrase it, but the way you phrase it is it comes off as an accusation.
I love this because you're so obsessed with people being nice. Like you're so obsessed with it. You want people to be so nice to you all the time. It's like a requirement of like a gentle conversation. That's not humans. Because you guys were horribly mean to me, and I came in here and I was like, great. And I loved it because it was authentic. You're like, it was great. I loved it. You don't have to be nice. You just have to be civil and kind. You don't have to be nice. Niceness is boring. No one gives a fuck about niceness because you want to be nice all the time. I'll tell you this right now. You have a lovely smile. You have great hair. Your style is impeccable. Your camera setup is immaculate. You have good skin. It looks like you take care of your skin. I enjoy your eyebrows. Your
Come on, Scott. Come on, Scott. Come on, Scott.
That is outstanding.
Put on that chapstick, Scott. Put on that chapstick, nigga.
You got it.
Damn, niggas trying to rizz me up or something, bro. Pause.
You look good, right?
Yeah, but shit, bro.
Good.
Like I said, it depends on the context, man. It depends on the context. I don't know. It depends on the context. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh Lord, I believe arguing about semantics is a dead waste of time.
It is. My girlfriend is gonna get on me because it's 10:52.
Oh yeah, you get off at 9:30.
I get off at 9:30.
Dang, he's seen that. He's seen that shit. He's seen that.
Bailey's gonna be pissed, huh? That's crazy. You hate to see it.
Scott, bro.
My main thing is, Ceros, I have no hate towards you, bro. Like, I'm okay with being friends. You're a chill dude. I never look, like I said, having a conversation with someone puts things into perspective. It puts things into perspective. And now I just see that sometimes maybe our definitions of certain words, maybe there's a little bit of missing context clues when we're communicating, and that leads us to not trust, especially me, not trust what you're saying, because you do tend to leave stuff very open-ended. Like, Just very
give you that.
open-ended.
Yeah, I do. I mostly because it's a lot to explain, and usually people don't ask for extra context, and you didn't ask for anything extra. So I was just like, okay, we can keep pushing. And I also didn't know how long we were gonna talk yesterday because I didn't get a time frame. He just kind of came to my chat and asked, so I was just kind of just saying as you asking questions about my life and how I do things. So you were just asking questions. So I was just curious. I do think that not only two, if you take nothing else away from this conversation, if any content creators are listening in on this, you have to approach this as if you're crazy. I do think that you have a good drive. You stream a lot, and that's powerful, and that's amazing. And I want to say this as somebody that wants you to be authentic. Take a break from just streaming and focus on making content that makes people want to watch your streams. That is very important because while I do make fake clips, as I stated, I show those fake clips. Like today, today on Instagram.
I saw when you made it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has like 10,000 views right now.
Bro, I can't lie. I stole his whole sauce on my last TikTok. How many numbers is that shit doing with that fake ass comment? They ate that shit up. They say, what he say? What did he say? I'm like, nigga, that's not a real fucking person. I just made up this nigga. Bro.
The thing is, if when we had the conversation yesterday, he had explained, like, when he's, instead of saying I make fake content, if he had just said I make fake clips, if he had showed me, maybe I would have been like, oh, okay, I understand what he's saying. But when you say I make fake content, I'm just like, oh shit, he makes fake content. He just said it. What can I say?
What can I say?
That's fair. I say, because content incorporated it, please incorporate it. And I want to see, my goal is to make sure you get to 10,000 by the end of the year. 10,000 subscribers. That's what I really want. If I can get you to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I'd be really happy. That'd make my day. Because I view us as friends. Because I need content creator friends. Like, it's just so lonely here. And so I feel like everybody of my friends are so busy. And you have seemingly an infinite well of free time. Look at you, neglecting your girl. You're doing great. It's amazing.
I sure am too, bro. She in the room wanting to play Stardew Valley. I'm in here talking to your ugly ass. That's crazy. Crazy, man.
Well, this has been very fun. I've enjoyed this. I'm sorry I've hijacked a lot of the conversation. I apologize. I have a very way of flowing and way of speaking where people just naturally just listen.
Nah, this is gold. We got to get this nigga on the line again. Matter of fact, I want to see Scott and this nigga go at it for 3 hours straight, bro. Because I feel like their personalities are extremely contradictory to each other, and I love it.
I said it yesterday. I'm like the bizarro version of this nigga. Like I'm genuinely bizarro version of this nigga. So if you ever need, just reach out, just ask. I stream 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. Tomorrow I'm playing Dragon Ball Genshin Squadra. If you'd like to talk in any point during that time, just ask. I am now going to go sicko mode with my girlfriend. Sorry, my wife. I apologize.
Well, thanks for joining, bro. At least we got a better perspective of who you are now.
Have a lovely day or night. Peace.
Thanks, Zeros.
Peace.
Okay, I guess that makes more sense.
Hey, I don't want to talk shit no more after the call. I don't want to talk no shit.
No. I'm gonna go ahead and end stream chat. It's almost 11 p.m. My shit is, I'm literally a half an hour. How long am I overdue? 1 hour and almost 2 hours, right? 9:30, 10:30. Shit. Anyways, it was good. I'll catch you guys later. I'm gonna end the call and I will end the stream after that. And thank you guys for joining, man. I appreciate it.
No problem, Scott.
Always.
Man, what? Yo, gang. Yo, gang. Bro, gang. That was a wild ass conversation, bro. I mean, shit. I guess I love when this shit happens. I'm the type of motherfucker. I don't like to just be in like a limbo with a person. And I mean, I know probably from the end of that live that Scott is gonna be pretty upset. I know Scott, and he probably thought that, he was coming at him pretty hard. So I am, waiting to see what Scott might say tomorrow and see how he addresses this. But this was a real eye opener for me, man. I gotta get my content back going. I gotta get back streaming. I gotta get back anything, bro. I'm not even in the conversation. If you listen, bro, nigga talking about Scott. That's the only content he's seen. Cause I've been off my game for months. So hell yeah, the biggest thing is that I really just can't find anything that I'm that passionate about to cover. That's the really big thing. But at this point, I'm feeling like I just need to goddamn turn a camera on and just start talking and post it. That's how I'm feeling. That's how he got me feeling. But alright, y'all, this is gonna be the end of the stream. This is part 2. We wrapping it up. That was great. It was really great tonight.